Thank you. A first alert update. Today, bond set at $75,000 for a Green Bay woman facing a reckless homicide charge in connection to an overdose death that we first told you about last week. 40-year-old Candace King is accused of first-degree reckless homicide as party to a crime, facilitating a drug transaction which led to an overdose death. King allegedly arranged a drug deal between the victim and 37-year-old Michael Franklin. Evidence from police reports, including messages between King and the victim, allege King's involvement in coordinated drug transaction. And as we previously reported, Franklin admitted to selling fentanyl to the victim. Both King and Franklin are facing charges related to the incident. King's next court appearance is set for June 5th.